Hello to the newbies, welcome back to the veterans. It is time for Ted to talk boxing. Srisaket saw Rungvisai, that guy who used to be in pound for pound lists, whose name used to shine a little bit brighter, I think, than it currently does. The man who knocked the zero off of Roman Gonzalez's record, knocked him off that pound for pound #1 pedestal. He went on, of course, to knock out Chocolatito in the rematch and then had a great point victory over a prime Juan Francisco Estrada. Rungvisai has some of the best wins of any fighter currently fighting, including Manny Pacquiao. Brilliant victories. And he is going to get the opportunity to fight one of those guys again for a third time. Should be later this year. In recent times, though, because he lost the rematch to Estrada, because he made that tactical blunder of fighting orthodox for most of the fight instead of southpaw, and then he's kind of just gone through the motions in the last 3 or so fights he's had. I think those casuals who were briefly introduced to him when he knocked out Chocolatito, they've pretty much forgot he even exists. But he is fighting on the same dates that Chocolatito and Gallo Estrada will battle again in their rematch, March 13th. One last keep busy fight against a fellow Thai fighter, Kwanthai Sithmorseng. I've probably said that completely wrong. He's 38 years of age. He's pretty much lost every time he has tried to step up. He did fight the Japanese fighters, Kazuto Ioka and Ryoichi Taguchi, and he conducted himself well. He was game, he gave him a good fight, he showed he's got grit, though he was pretty overmatched as well. Briefly WBA minimum weight champion years ago. He should get clobbered. And that's what Rungvisai is looking for. That's what he said. He is looking to do what he does best, which is take you out. Look at his KO percentage for a guy who's 115 pounds. An unusually powerful and tough man for a guy of those dimensions. Now, something with Rungvisai that you'll even see with Sithmorseng as well. A lot of Thai fighters have this slow shuffling footwork where they don't seem fully balanced. They rarely get on the balls of their feet. This casual approach that makes you think these guys aren't skillful. But with Rungvisai, it's not true, of course. Mixes up his punches in a weird way. Hits like a sledgehammer with both hands. He should do the business here. And the prospect of a third fight with Chocolatito or Estrada is awesome. These are huge legacy fights right now. They're all quite old, though, has to be said. Sithmorseng, 38, yes, very old, but Rungvisai is 34. He's going to be 35 later this year. Chocolatito turns 34 this year, and Estrada's already in his 30s. These are pretty old guys for 115 pounds. But because these are big legacy fights coming up, they are just going to show up, I think, in brilliant condition. A lot of emotionally compelling reasons to do their best. So look for Rungvisai to take this guy out. And then later this year, so long as there's not some ridiculous lockdown, we should get him against Chocolatito or Gallo Estrada.